Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CT Cloud podcast. I'm your host, Kade Herbert, and joining us today we have CallTower CRO William Rubio. Say hi, William.
Hey, Kate. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. It's Q4 already, which is pretty nuts. It's pretty crazy to be this far through the year already, and we have some really exciting news here at CallTower. We just announced it in the last few weeks. CallTower was selected as one of Microsoft's providers for Operator Connect for Microsoft Teams. So we definitely want to dive into this today and talk a little bit about it. I guess our first question for you would be, what is Operator Connect and what does it do?
Yeah. Well, Kate, thanks for having me on again. And to all our listeners out there, thank you guys for joining. And like Kate mentioned, I don't know where 2021 went, but I can't believe we're already in Q4 and we got the holiday season right behind
Already here, man. That's crazy.
Coming up. We're about a month out away from Thanksgiving, which is kind of crazy, but definitely exciting times, not just in the industry, but here over our call tower. Microsoft basically invited us to be allowed into what they call their Operator Connect solution, and it's kind of interesting because Operator Connect is really another version of direct routing, and what it really does is it still allows for the same feature set and so forth that direct routing does provide. But the unique thing about it is that a customer is going to have the ability to actually go into their Office 365 portal, go into their telephony tab that they have, and they're going to have a list of operators that are key, that are really integrated well with with Microsoft itself to actually go ahead and deliver voice within the Microsoft Teams environment. So imagine I am a customer, I am an IT manager as an example. I go into my Office 365 tenant, I look at the telephony tab, I want to activate telephony for Kade. I could make sure that Kade has the right Office 365 license. When I go to the Operate tab, there's a drop down and CallTower is going to be there. And that individual could basically be activated for voice within Microsoft Teams using or leveraging CallTower as the operator, as basically that voice provider to go ahead and bring you that solution. So it's definitely an advanced way of delivering voice within the Microsoft Teams environment overall. So we're very happy and very honored that we were one of the handful of organizations globally to actually be invited in the first round of Operator Connect providers, and really kind of goes back to the native part that we were talking about. Now, direct routing is not going to go away. Operator Connect is going to be around, and one of the main reasons for that is simply because Operator Connect is somewhat limited as far as the countries that it is available to. But in the case of CallTower, since we have direct routing in over 100 countries and 6,000 cities globally, we could do a combination, right? It's just the onboarding experience is a little bit different. It's on Operator Connect and direct routing, but the end user experience, which is very key, is going to be the same. So if you happen to have a user in Australia, you happen to have a user in the UK, you happen to have a user in the US, and you happen to have users in Brazil, they could be using Operator Connect or direct routing, but all four users, all four organizations or offices are going to experience the same functionality and the same features on how they dial each other, how they dial outbound, how they receive calls, how they retrieve their voicemails, how they set up call forwarding, how they use their mobile device, et cetera, et cetera. So we're very, very excited about it because of that flexibility. And again, since we are in 100 countries that we could provide voice with Microsoft Teams, it's something that we've been working with Microsoft for the past 4 or 5 months to get up and running. A lot of testing going on behind the scenes, and we're very excited to be allowed into that program.
Fantastic. That's extremely exciting news. It's just another way for people to kind of break into the whole telephony side of Microsoft Teams and really stay connected. So what does inclusion in this project mean for CallTower? Does it mean our customers have more options, or our partners have kind of more tools to use when they're out trying to sell?
It's really not made to say, oh, you're going to have more features from a customer standpoint. It's really the delivery mechanism is somewhat different. So we have the APIs dialed in directly into into Microsoft Office 365, into the Teams environment, which they're still using our SBCs, right? So I mean, all that's still pretty much
Yeah,
stays
the
the
same.
same. It's just the delivery of it is a little bit different. It tends to be a little bit more seamless for the end user. So if they want to do a POC, as an example, it's pretty easy to do that. It's going to do your normal blocking and tackling a lot easier. Again, the porting part of it is still something that we do with our customers. It's not going to be automated because we rather do a manual porting solution with our customers because we know that can be somewhat complicated. So we don't want a customer just to add their numbers in there and then start to get rejects and everything. We like to be more of a hands-on consultative approach to our customers and make sure that we could actually provide that end-to-end solution for them. So they get the advantage of having Operator Connect and then having a gold partner with Microsoft like CallTower behind the scenes that, let's face it, I mean, we have experience with direct routing going back about 3 years overall, which I know doesn't seem like a long time, but we were one of the first, if not the first to launch, direct routing back in November of 2018. We're the largest in North America as far as direct routing, and we're going to be the largest in Operator Connect. We've expanded to those 100 countries to make sure that we could cover all of our customers' requirements, not just again in the US, but also globally as well. So it's really just the delivery mechanism to get voice enabled in Microsoft Teams that makes it easier. That's really kind of the key with Operator Connect. And all these other companies that are not in there, if they're saying that they could deliver voice in Microsoft Teams, again, if they're not doing direct routing, they're not native. If they're not doing Operator Connect, they're not native. CallTower has taken the approach that we're going to continue to do both, which is advantageous for our customers, so we can get those hard to reach places overall. And if any of the carriers that you're currently working with, if they're not direct routing or Operator Connect, then you know that they are not leveraging the entire Microsoft ecosystem within Office 365.
Right, there's going to be some integration and things that might make that a little clunkier for the user and for the admin as well. So I feel like in a lot of ways it depends on kind of the IT structure of the organization, those delivery methods and what might be more advantageous for customers and partners would want to keep that in mind when they're going out and they're selling our solutions.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's going to be more education on it. We have a webinar coming up now on October 20th that we'll be providing more details to our customers and to our partners. We'd love to have a good participation in that so we can explain more about it. But we're excited. We're here to answer your questions and to get you guys up and running on it overall. And every day we keep trying to add more technology and more products and features into our solution overall. And again, if it's available on the Microsoft Teams direct routing with CallTower, it's going to be available on Operator Connect, just really that delivery mechanism.
Perfect. All right. Well, I think that that wraps things up for us today. Thank you so much for joining us again, William. We really appreciate it. And we are going to be back with you soon with more podcast episodes. So stay tuned and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.